Welcome to another edition of Check Me Out. I'm sitting here with one of the most talented R&B singers here in Oklahoma City. Y'all show some love for my boy Tre Wattz.
Oh, I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, you know how we do it. Check me out. We about to get right into it, man. So first of all, Tre, tell me where you from? Where you originally from?
I was originally born in Odessa, Texas. Then I moved to Oklahoma when I was about 4 and grew up on the north side. And then just pretty much just went from there.
All right. So what would you call your style of music?
My style of music, I would say it's more grown up with just a little bit of a little nasty in there.
A little nasty, huh?
Just a little nasty.
Just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. All right, so tell me this, man. What made you decide you wanted to do music?
Well, I've been singing since I could talk, so it was kind of it just fell in. I was like, might as well just start recording. So I had a homeboy. I was about in 7th grade. He asked me to sing a hook on one of his songs. And then after we did that, I listened to it. A couple people listened to it. It was like, you should really do this. So then I just started singing from there.
All right. What sets you apart from other artists?
Sets me apart from other artists is I feel like that I'm real humble. 'Cause I know a lot of dudes out here, they they kind of out there. They real aggressive with trying to get support and stuff. I don't really chase that. If you want to listen to me, that's cool. If not, that's cool. I'm not about to try to force you to check my stuff out.
Right. So, with that being said, are you looking to stay independent, or would you look to be signed? Like, what's your goals?
I would look to stay independent. If I do anything, I want to have control. I don't really want somebody telling me, okay, you gotta have this many songs done by this time. I want to do music when I feel like doing music, put it out when I feel like putting it out, and just kind of stay in my own lane instead of being on somebody else's time.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I mean, I was actually watching an interview just yesterday, and Nelly was just saying how he was actually done with his commitment with Universal, and he pretty much has everything in place now. So, and they were asking him, it's like, well, what about all that stuff, all the overhead you're gonna come out of pocket? He said it's gonna be less for me to do it that way, and for me to recoup what I put into it versus the label overcharging me for this, that, and the other. And
Exactly.
like you said, being on that schedule. So yeah, independent is probably the way to go. Especially the biggest thing obviously is just building the fan base. Once you can get that fan base, man, and drop something, it's curtains after that. So, well, you know what I'm saying? Tell me this, how do you come up with the themes or even your ideas for music?
Majority of my themes for music, I hear like a certain word and something I'm listening to. So I've listened to a different artist, or like it'd be famous, it'd be local. They'll say a word and I'll be like, boom, I can make a song about that.
All right, so basically you got the whole Jay-Z approach, huh? You made it a hot line, I made it a hot song. You know what I'm saying? I dig that. Yeah, I kind of do the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's something about when you just sitting there and you listen to something and it just sparks like, whoa, that's a dope concept. And just sitting there, trying to do something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't want to always take that literal approach of. I mean, shoot, there's so many different ways you can say I'm gonna have sex with you. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways you can say it. So I think that's definitely key. So tell me this. August 25th, 2015. Along with that being your birthday, what's happening on that date?
August 25th, 2015, I'm dropping my mixtape, Got Your Attention. It's gonna be free for the public. It's online. I also have links on Dat Piff, live mixtapes. I got some dudes I'm working with on Instagram trying to get it on their websites. It's gonna be on my site at itswatz.com. It's itswatz.com. And then I also have a couple hard copies. If I'm gonna have them out to the clubs, so I'm gonna be passing them out.
So what made you decide to go give it for free?
In my mind, I'm not like a big deal. I feel like I need to get a fan base first before I try to charge you for something. Because there's a lot of people who don't know who I am. They ain't never heard my stuff. So I'm not going to just charge you off top. You never heard nothing. I could be whack to you. So I feel like if I give you a sample, then you definitely going to come back.
I get that. I respect that. But saying you're not a big deal, you know what I'm saying? I think got your attention will definitely, like you say, get their attention. So it's I've got a chance to check out the project, and it's definitely worth the wait. So, tell me this: what's your favorite record off the project?
My favorite record off the project would probably be "So Beautiful," just because I actually wrote that song for somebody. So that one kind of means a little bit more than the other songs.
Real personal. I get that. Yeah. And you already kind of explained how you plan on marketing the album and even where the project's going to be available. So, just looking at Got Your Attention is your latest project. No Fans was the previous project. What would you say would be the difference between the two projects?
The difference between the two, I feel like Got Your Attention is a lot more grown up. No Fans was just, let me do some tracks and then let me push it out by this date. Got Your Attention, I actually put some time behind it. It took 8 months. I put some planning into it. I got some second opinions before I did stuff, before I finalized anything. So I feel like that one is more of me than No Fans was.
So you definitely seen a lot of growth during this project.
A lot of growth.
That's what's up, man. Did you where did you record it?
I have a home studio.
All right.
So majority of it I recorded in my house. Did a couple of tracks with Ace Kennedy. Did a couple of tracks with G-Ball. Did them at those two studios.
Yeah.
But majority I did that at my home studio.
All right. And what DAW are you working with? What program are you working with?
I'm working with Studio One.
Oh, okay. Personas. Yeah. Great product. Great product. Shameless plug. So, who is your musical influence?
My musical influence, you know, all the generic greats, you know, Luther, Michael, everybody, you know, Tank, Tyrese. But recently, I've been more on Jacquees and Eric Bellringer. He's been coming out with a lot of hot stuff lately.
Yeah, he's been writing for a minute too. His project was it Cuffing Season?
Yeah, Cuffing Season.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That album is tough, man. Man, that thing is tough. Yeah, Tank. But so, who would you compare your style more so to?
My style, that's a tough one. I'm not really sure. I know I kind of have a blend of like a little Pleasure P with like just a little bit of old school Chris Brown. Like the say goodbye, your man ain't me type Chris Brown.
And with your stuff, would you say that you more of the new school type of R&B, where it's kind of the, you know, sing rappy type style, or is it the more like the old school R&B? What kind of feel do you have?
I actually come with a little bit of both.
All right.
Mainly the old school, just because I'm not a rapper. I don't try to be a rapper. I'm not trying to get in that lane at all.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll touch it, but I'm a singer, so I stick with singing.
So basically, that's just not your main focus. So you open to do, so you do pop tracks as well?
Yeah, I'm open to pop tracks, jazz, hip hop, country, anything.
Just a musician. Yeah. Hey, that's what's up. I know you just finished your project, but are you working on anything new?
I have not worked on anything new yet. I set a date for myself to start doing new stuff around September 1st to kind of let this one breathe a little bit. I do have concepts cooking already, so I got about 5 concepts in my head already.
Yeah, I mean, you said you worked on this project for 8 months, so, you know, I think you can take a 2-week break, but, I mean, how's that really a break when you're promoting? So, you know, the work never stops. You said you work with G-Ball, and yeah, we did do some stuff together. Can you tell me a little bit about your team?
My team is FTMG. Consists of Ace Kennedy, G-Ball, Charlie Venus, Mop, Rocky, and then have Nightcap.
All right. And what does FTMG stand for?
Stands for Family Ties Music Group. We are a family, not a music label.
Dope. That's real dope. That's real dope. And who else have you worked with besides? I mean, I know you got your team, like you said, but who else have you worked with?
Other people I worked with Team Players. I got some stuff cooking up with the Fresh Prince. I'm gonna get on some tracks with Tre Wattz. I got that stuff coming up. And then I'm trying to also get in with B Sharp and a couple of other artists that haven't really confirmed yet because I don't think they really heard me. But you know, once that start cooking, then I'm gonna really start pushing. Like, hey man, let me get on the track.
Man, I swear, every interview I've done, everybody has mentioned Players. What is it about Players that everybody likes working with this dude? I mean, it's like every time I do an interview, Players' name come up. The dude is full of energy. The dude is, about that business. You know what I'm saying? So what is it about him?
Players' energy changes like the whole atmosphere. So like if you're doing a song and you get him on the track, it's gonna be live. If you perform it, it's gonna be bananas. So just he just grinding. So I respect his grind.
Big ups to Players. You know what I'm saying? Team Players in the building. Flex 3. Project just dropped. Them brothers doing this thing, man. Hey, can't hate on that. Can't hate on that. Is there anyone that you would like to work with? Local or anything. Just like, somebody like, man, this would be a dream collabo. Or, just whatever. Who would you like to work with?
I would like to work with I've been trying to get Soup on some tracks, but I know he been gone. Super J, for those who don't know. Me and him been talking about getting on the song since like 2010, but we just ain't never linked up to do it. I'm also gonna get on a song with Josie Coco. I'm waiting on that. And then like famous wise, I would like to do something with Eric Bellringer, and probably, I don't know why, but I kind of want to do a song with Rick Ross.
Oh. Hey, Ross is spitting, man, and you know what I'm saying, and he brings that energy too, man. It's just something that he does to tracks, man, especially with smooth R&B, and then to turn around and have something like that on there. I just think that, that's just a great combination. So yeah, that would be hot. Well, every time I do an interview, man, I always ask people, you have any beef with anybody?
I actually do not have beef with anybody. I couldn't even say I have like half a beef with somebody. Because I kind of stay to myself, and then I'm humble. If somebody got beef with me, I don't know about it.
Right.
But I don't have a problem with anybody.
Yeah, respect. Well, since we talking about beef, man, I've been kind of doing a little poll. And, recently the whole Drake and Meek Mill beef kind of came up. So what you think, man? What's your opinion about the whole thing?
I just feel like Drake slaughtered him. And then Meek just kind of quit. And then out of nowhere, Kendrick's coming for Drake.
What?
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar's coming for Drake.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple songs on Dre's Compton that he's got targeted at Drake. So I'm waiting to see Drake's response to that.
Yeah, well, I mean, as long as they keep it on records, man,
Yeah,
that's all that matters. Because it's entertaining. It's really funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially with social media now, you don't have to wait. You know what I'm saying? People can record a track and bam, throw it out there, midnight release.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying? It just, it's crazy, but it's entertaining, man.
And I think a couple memes to go with it.
Yeah, the memes. Oh my gosh, have you seen some of the memes, dude? It's so disrespectful. So disrespectful. I'm trying to think of one. He performed at OVO. Drake did, and he had all the memes playing in the background. Oh man, the ones where he was in the wedding dress, man. Some of my favorite is when like I guess it looked like I think Nicki was like behind him or something.
Yeah, Nicki was the dude.
Like and she was like, oh my gosh, man. Hey, the memes is crazy. That's the thing, man. People just make memes out of anything now. Like you can do any. Like when Diddy fell in that hole. Like man, it. Dog, I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Memes is crazy. I want to know who started that junk, man.
I have no idea, but
Oh
whoever
man,
started, I hope they got some kind of money out of it.
that's crazy. So you're an incredible songwriter, and like you said, you've been recording by yourself in your home studio or what have you. So tell me, what do you think is better? Do you like writing, recording, or performing better?
I actually like recording, just because whenever I get to hear what I just did, that kind of puts me on like my own high. I'm like, man, I just did that. Okay, now let me fix it.
Okay. And with your project, what would you say was the actual, like, the most fun project on that record? I mean, on which record was the funnest to record?
That would probably be Foolish Shit. It's my little interlude. You gotta hear the song to know what it's talking about. But but I think that one was the most entertaining to record, because I was trying real hard not to laugh
Right.
and just sound serious.
Yeah, yeah. Trust me, I know about them parody songs, man. It's just, if you can just keep a straight face and make it through and make it sound like a real song, and people just listen to it, it's just like, wait, is he serious? Like, yeah, he's serious. Like, but it's funny, but it's a dope song. Hey, man, big ups for that. So, what responsibilities do you feel like artists have to speak out against, like, the local or even statewide or national issues?
I feel like if you're gonna do anything and be a public figure, like artists, you're not a president, you're not a politician or anything, but you're somebody in the public that people are listening to. I feel like you need to know what's going on, just in case any type of question pops up, anything, get your view. Because some people might not listen to politicians, but they'll listen to an artist's perspective on it.
Right, right. I get that. That makes sense. What do you think about the Oklahoma music scene?
Oklahoma music scene, I feel like it could be something big if everybody didn't have the crab in a barrel mentality. Everybody's out to get money. Everybody's out trying to get signed, but nobody wants to be that plug to help somebody else unless you paying an outrageous amount. Like, yeah, I'll help get your song on, but you gotta pay me $200. You gotta, do this, do this, do this, do this. It's not, I can't just, give you advice because I've been there and I want to see you come up.
And that's my big thing, man. Knowledge, man. How hard is it to answer a question? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like if you ask me, if I know the answer, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, plain and simple. I just think that, like I've kind of said this before, but I just kind of think it's one of those things, like, coming from out of town, and I'm from Texas, so, man, local artists get so much love in Texas. And then, back when I was growing up, Paul Wall and Chameleonaire and all of them cats, man, they were local at the time,
Yeah.
and then they just kind of took over. I mean, it was like a big Houston movement, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like with Oklahoma, there is so much talent here. There's some quality artists here,
Yeah.
and if folks were to band together, we could really make some noise. But you're absolutely right. There is somewhat of that, crab in the barrel mentality where they just won't, you just can't let somebody get out, can't break free. When you're done doing music, what do you want your legacy to be?
When I'm done doing music, I would like to teach, like any kind of teaching that has to do with music. I could even, I kind of want to be an engineer as well. So it could be studio recording, it could be playing instruments, it could be vocal coach. I just want to do something with music where I can end up giving back to somebody else.
Are you already, have you taken any classes or whatever, getting yourself prepared for that?
I am looking currently for to take some classes. I'm trying to get into ACM and UCO.
Right.
And take some voice lessons as well and all that. So that's what I'm looking to get into now.
Man, taking voice lessons is huge, man. A lot of people don't even take that time to really invest in their craft. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, feel like they got a little bit of talent, they get to record and that's it, and they
Exactly.
never look to really progress from that point. I mean, we all can use it. I mean, I learn something every day. I mean, there's so many classes and stuff available just online. You can get on YouTube.
You say, yeah, YouTube, the biggest teacher right there.
Right. And some people just won't take the time to invest in their craft. So that's real cool to hear that you are really taking it that serious. So what would you say you learned the most from doing the project of Got Your Attention?
What I learned the most, I would say musically, what I learned the most is throwing out some nasty harmonies. I didn't really mess with harmonies before. I just kind of, did a dub, just kind of repeat, just sing a little lead. But now I'm starting to focus on, let me make that background sound beautiful. So not just my lead sound good, but that background just, woo!
Well, I mean, I've seen you perform here recently, man, and you starting to do a lot more acapellas in your sets. You know what I'm saying? Where the backgrounds is really blazing, and you just hitting the acapella. I mean, I think that's big because one of my pet peeves with Oklahoma artists, man. Oh my gosh, I just can't, man. With artists that when they perform and they use their main, like it's like just putting their CD in and spitting over their CD. Like, I mean, backtracks is fine. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have a performance version with just the backgrounds there. But, man, it's so annoying to hear you trying to do your thing on top of, because I want to hear you as the artist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear you. And granted, I understand there's some artists that use effects and stuff on their voices. And, that's different.
Yeah.
But not every single song. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a point in time where we can hear you. You know what I'm saying? Let me hear you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But
I feel you on that.
definitely a pet peeve of mine, man.
Show me that it's real.
Right. Well, man, tell me where everybody can find out more information about Wattz. Like, where can they keep current on you and know what's going on?
You can keep up with me on my website. It's watts.com. That has my link to everything, my Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah.
Snapchat, everything. So all of my social media is on my website. And then obviously, I'm on Facebook majority of the time, posting pictures on Instagram.
Yeah.
And all of that.
Well, that's awesome, man. Got Your Attention, August 2015, August 25th, 2015. Hey, it's also my homeboy's birthday. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna be doing a real big, blessing y'all with a present on his birthday. So all donations accepted, and if he don't want to accept it, you can get on my site, which is acekennedy.com. I'm just playing, but no, seriously, big ups to you, man. I'm very proud of you. This project is about to change lives, and a couple more babies gonna be born just because of this project.
That is not my fault at all. If you have any kids while listening to my song, I don't want to hear nothing about it. I got the parental on there. You did that on your own.
This is Check Me Out. I'm Ace Kennedy, and this is my boy Tre Wattz.